you. Welcome back to course Soft Computing. Our today's topic of video is input selection and partitioning. So we have started the topic called as a fuzzy inference system, and we are discussing about adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system. In the previous videos we discussed about the rule structure identification, how to identify the rule structure, because rule structure also play very important role for adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system. So one more parameter is there which play very important role in the success of adaptive neuro fuzzy system, though it is a combination of fuzzy logic as well as the neural network. That means it is combining the benefits of fuzzy logic as well as the benefits of neural network. So again we need to discuss one more important parameter which affects the performance of adaptive neuro fuzzy system, that is what input selection and input space partitioning. These are the two topics we are going to discuss in today's video. First of all, we'll focus on input selection. So what is input selection, and do you think that input play a very important role, or you need to select appropriate input while providing it to system? Yes. So the answer is yes, input play very important role. So let me give a simple example in case of a machine learning. Suppose the thing is that I need to predict the price of the house. Okay, I need to predict the price of the house, so for which one data set is available. In that case, n number of parameters are there. Means I got one data set in order to predict the price of the house. So that data set includes area of the house, then area of the house, then how much away it how much far away it from the city, then what is the carpet area, what are the amenities available, and these are the various parameters. So these are the few parameter, and other parameter may also be there, that is a customer information, that what is the name of customer, his family background, and what is business. So in order to predict the price of the house, what do you think, what are the important parameter based on which you have to decide the price of the house? So area of the house, locality of the house, amenities provided to the house, how much far away it is from the city. So these are the parameter which are relevant, but the information of customer, including name of the customer, business of a customer, the family background of the customer, do you think that these factor play important role in predicting the price of the house? So of course not. But in your data set these columns are present. So what you need to do, you need to filter that data set, and you have to decide what input you have to provide to the model, so that model can easily understand and able to predict what will be the price of the house. So that's why selection of input is very important. Means you need to select the appropriate input when you need to provide to the model. So appropriate selection of input play very important role, you have to decide. So we can say that the first step in the general modeling scheme is input or feature selection. So we can call it as a feature also, because in case of machine learning, in case of a deep learning, we are saying that it is a feature, or you can say it is an attribute that we are going to pass it to the model. Means when we want to predict something, when we want some kind of output, we need to provide the output, we need to provide the input, but that input should be appropriate one. So similarly in case of neuro fuzzy modeling, this input also play a very important role. Suppose you are giving inappropriate input and you are expecting some kind of output. How it is possible that you are getting the correct output? Suppose you are providing the incorrect input. So in case of adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system, input play very important role. First of all, you need to understand that what input you are providing, respect to that what output you are expecting, and what is a requirement of the model. If you are not providing the appropriate input to the model, obviously your model will not get work. So these identified input should possess more power to produce better results. Okay, so this is what input selection. So here we will see that this is the architecture of a fuzzy inference system, which already we have discussed, but only thing is that here I am going to show you what kind of output we are providing. So we have taken the example of a washing machine. Okay, right, we have taken the example of washing machine. So here input can be cloth, detergent, water, and the time. So this kind of input we can provide to the machine, that the cloth is there, detergent is there, water is there, time is there. That means I have identified the appropriate input which I need to provide to the washing machine, so that washing machine can do its work properly and you will get the clean cloth. So this is what a complete flow. Input is there, so that input you are providing it in a crisp form, but the thing is that your machine will not understand the crisp input, it requires the fuzzy input. So for that purpose there will be a fuzzification which try to convert your input to the crisp value to the fuzzy value. Then that fuzzy value given further, and decision making unit is there, knowledge base. Knowledge base will try to extract the data. Knowledge base will try to extract the knowledge base consists of various rules that we have formulated and already stored in the machine, and according to that machine will take a decision, and it will produce the output, but the output is produced in a fuzzy form and which is not understandable by a human being, so we need to convert it to the crisp output. So this is how input selection play important role. We have just seen in terms of a washing machine. Then again we'll see another diagram. We'll take another example over here. Just let's consider that this is a fun model. So our problem statement is we want to predict how much tip that particular waiter will get in the restaurant. Okay, how much tip that particular waiter will get in that particular restaurant. So tip prediction system, you can say that. So in that case we are providing two input. So what should be the input that we should provide to the model, so that model can able to predict what should be the tip. So it is totally depend on service and the food, because whenever we are going to restaurant we are giving the tip to the waiter. So based on what are the criteria for that? So I think two criteria will be there, two input will be there. What kind of service that waiter is providing, and what kind of food is. Suppose food is not proper and service is also not proper, so obviously that customer is not providing tip to that particular waiter. So it's totally depend on this. So in case of a restaurant, or in this particular problem of a tip prediction system, we need to provide the two input. One is a service and second one is a food. Okay, so service can be rated from in the terms of 0 to 10, and food can be rated in terms of 0 to 10. So both these things we can provide this input to the model, where rule has been formulated. So rule 1 is what, if the service is poor and food is rancid, then the tip is cheap. Obviously that service is not proper, food is not proper, then obviously tip is very low. If the service is good, then tip is average. If service is excellent and food is also excellent, then the tip is also good. So these are the rules that we have formulated over here, and based on this finally what we are doing, we are trying to combine the output produced by each rule, and finally will generate some kind of output. So here you can predict that tip can be given in terms of 5 to 25%. So this is what a simple example of a fuzzy adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system, where we are providing two input. One is a service and food, and based on this we are trying to predict that what amount of, or what is the percentage of tip that waiter will get in particular restaurant. So here you can see inputs are the crisp input number, and then it has to be fuzzified because system will not understand it. Then the results of the rules are combined. So here you can see that whatever the result is produced, so output of each rule has to be combined because it affects the final output, and the result is a crisp, that is non-fuzzy number. So that is provided as a output to finally we get the output. So this is how input selection play very important role in adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system, because if you are providing appropriate input, then and then you can get a appropriate output, otherwise you will not get the output. So input selection play very important role in adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system. Now the next thing is input space partitioning. That is what the next topic is, input space partitioning. So what is that input space partitioning is. So just we have seen that in case of adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system, input play very important role. Now the next thing is that we need to partition that input. What are the input that we are providing to that adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system, that has to be partitioned in some of the group. So it play very important role in this particular part. So it involves implementation of fuzzy partitioning in a multi-dimensional input space. So let's take a simple example. Suppose you are providing alphabetic letter as a input to the particular model. So in that case one partitioning can be there based on the case of the letter, because in that case suppose some letters are in small letter, some are in the capital letter. So in that case you can make a two group for input, that is block 1 is in uppercase and block 2 is in the lowercase. So in this way you can formulate the two groups over here, one for the uppercase and one for the lowercase. So this is how you have just partition the input in two blocks. So three partition schemes are there. So in order to partition the input space, we have been provided with a three scheme. One is a grid partition, second one is a tree partition, and third one is a scatter partition. So let's see how that partitioning method works over here. So very first we discuss about grid partition. So in case of grid partition, you can see over here this is a kind of grid. So here we have input 1 and input 2 is there. So in this case we are considering that if we have n number of input and m number of membership function, because we have seen that in case of adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system we require a membership function, because membership function also play very important role. It decide the membership of a given input in that particular group over there. So suppose we have this n number of input and m number of membership function, and then for example 6 inputs are we are providing and 5 membership function we are providing. So we got this 5 raised to 6, that is equals to 15,625 rules. This is a possibility of rule that we can formulate with this many inputs and that many membership functions. So this is what a grid partitioning. Here you can see that we just partition in terms of grid. Okay, then next type of partitioning method is a tree partition. So its structure is slightly different from a grid partition. In grid partition you can see that it is just like a square is there, but in case of tree partition it's not a uniform, just like a tree it is random. So here you can see this is a rectangle, this is square, again this small rectangle, larger rectangle. So in the form of tree, just like a tree we are partitioning it. So here each region can be uniquely specified along a corresponding decision tree. So we already know about the decision tree, how it works. So just like that tree partitioning is there, we just partition our input by making use of this tree partitioning method that involves exponential increase in the number of rules that we can form over there. And the third type of partition is scattered partition. So here you can see scattered partition is different as that of grid partition as well as the tree partition which we have seen. So here you can see these are the boxes, some of the boxes are overlap over here. So in many system extreme occur, rarely number of active rules depend on the input value. So it can also limit the number of rules in the amount. So this is what a third way of just partitioning your input. So we understand that these three methods are there which can be used to partition the input. Okay, grid partition, tree partition, and scatter partition. So I hope you understand how input selection is important in case of adaptive neuro fuzzy inference system, as well as how to partition it. And partitioning that input space, we have been provided three techniques. One is a grid partition, second one is a tree partition, and third one is a scatter partition. Thank you.